What is going on, guys? Today we are doing another rise of one of these horror creators. Now, if you don't know, if you haven't watched any of the other videos like this, or if you haven't seen the reemergence of the horror community on YouTube, I do recommend you go and check out a couple of those before this, just because it'll give you a little background into the series. And these videos are just kind of meant to be a little bit of a deeper dive into each one of the creators mentioned in the original The Reemergence of the Horror Community on YouTube video. So this might actually be the last one. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go over again. But if this is the last one, I've had a really fun time making this series so far. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So this one is MrBallen. Now, MrBallen is one of definitely the oldest creator on this list, I think, in terms of like the channel age and stuff like that, because MrBallen started making videos all the way back in the ripe old time of March 22nd, 2015. And now in this time, he has gained close to 1 billion views. It's right below. And, he has some really good videos. He really does. Now, personally, out of all of the ones I kind of looked at, this and probably Chilling Scares they were like the two channels that, yes, I do see their rise, and I can definitely see why people like them. But to me, they weren't the most entertaining personally. However, that's nothing to take away from this guy's rise. And also, you're listening to a YouTuber who has like 400 subscribers, not even that. So, with that being said, MrBallen is probably doing it right compared to me, MrBallen has amassed just over 559 million subscribers at the time of this recording. So definitely a lot, even for like a 6-year time span. Actually, I think I'm recording this video one day before his channel would be exactly 6 years old. So it's definitely been a long time for him in comparison to some of these other ones, but I do think that he is giving a little bit of new excitement into the horror community in his own way still, despite coming around at the time that a lot of these, more older creators came into the space, ones that you would think, oh, well, that was like the first gen horror creators. He's kind of more in that time period, but he does stuff that's interesting and exciting. And so we'll go ahead and talk about that right now. So he does kind of what I would consider like commentary videos, but on horror topics. So he isn't really there reading stories, and, not every video is like sitting and I'm going to play you the top 10, scariest videos regarding this topic or something like that. Like so many of these other ones are doing. Even some of the newer ones have gotten a little repetitive with some of those strategies, but he's kind of has an interesting take on things. Like I said, it's kind of like that horror commentary, like working hand in hand almost on his channel. And it's definitely something that's interesting. Now, I know that I said that he's one of, I think, the oldest creators to this list that I've gone through so far, pretty much. And I'm not 100% sure on that, though, because I've heard some things. I've heard that, like, the channel was started then, but he didn't actually upload until after. Or I've heard that, like, he has an Espanol thing. Yeah, like, okay, looking at it now, his channel has been around for 6 years. However, his oldest upload is from only 1 year ago. So it's like, I don't know. He's like one of the oldest and one of the newest. I mean, not everybody's going to start making videos on their YouTube channel right away. Some people never do because being a YouTuber just isn't appealing to them. And I can get that. I can get that. I'm going to be honest. It's not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, he has made videos and he's made quite interesting ones. Now, there are a few, to say the least, that have been done before and, have hit that point of kind of it's been done so much. It's no longer the most exciting thing in the world. But he does have some good content. Is it personally for me? No, but it might be for you. So I would still recommend going ahead and checking out his channel. Now, like so many of these other videos, these Rise of horror creators, I don't want to make this too long, just dragging on with random talking points, because in all honesty, he blew up kind of quick. I mean, I don't know if he had other videos that could have possibly been deleted, or I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why videos are only from a year forward. It's definitely interesting to see, and it's definitely something to take note of in his rise. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot. I mean, it's just like a lot of these other creators. They're doing something different. I really respect them for that. I recommend you go check out their channels for yourselves, because I don't always have the best opinions on things. Let's be honest. Nobody can really have the 100% right opinion. So I still recommend checking him out, but I don't have a ton to say for him. I do apologize for some of you MrBallen fans that clicked on this video. I just don't have the most knowledge at my disposal regarding his rise and stuff like that, because I wasn't there in comparison to somebody like Wendigoon, who I started watching very early on in his channel and kind of saw the progression and the growth and stuff like that. So I could kind of talk about it a little more. It just seems like some of these videos, there's not much to mention outside of they've done a lot in a small amount of time with a pretty small amount of videos. MrBallen has only uploaded like 239 or something at the time of this recording. Some of those numbers might have got mixed around, but I believe it's something like that. So, definitely cool to see another horror YouTuber making it big in the more recent climate. So with that being said, if you guys did like the video, make sure you hit that like button, as well as go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 500 by the end of the year, and I do really think we can do it, especially if we keep up the kind of current pace we're going towards. So yeah, let's definitely try and make it there. As always, if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, I've been getting a ton recently, and I really appreciate it. Make sure you leave them down in the comments below. And if you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I left a comment forever ago, with something I wanted to see, don't worry, it is getting worked on. I could guarantee you that. I'm starting to make a list with all of these suggestions, and I'm just kind of working through it one by one, because there are a lot. But at the end of the day, I want to make a video for everybody, So yeah, make sure you leave those suggestions down below. And also, on top of that, like I always say, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.